Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Tayvontay'S World. And today we are doing a little story time about this experience I had on the dating websites. Yeah, let's get into it. All right, y'all, we back. So what had happened was oh, this one is gonna be a doozy. Picture it. New York, 2022. Little Tavon, well, not little. Tavon was on the dating apps. I forget which one it was. But every time I would go on there, like this one dude would like hit me up, right? And it's just like we never had got the chance to meet up. And it was something that felt a little unsettling about him. Like the profile picture, it gave off crazy. And, so like the first 5 times he so the first 5 times he tried to get me to come over to his place, I was like, no, I would like make up a lie or make up something for an excuse as to why I can't come over, right? So one day, you know, I wanted to feel a little throat, so I went on the app and then he hit me up. So, it was like around 1:30 in the morning and I was on the sites, I can't remember which app I was on, but I was on one of them. Probably Adam for Adam, probably. I feel like that's where I met him. Don't go on it. It ain't nothing but a whole bunch of weirdos on that app, to be honest. Um so I now mind you, like every time I would go on this app, this guy would hit me up and I'll be like, no, I don't want to, like, because I just had like an uneasy feeling in my stomach about him. So I was like, no. One time he hit me up, I was actually at work and I was like, can't come. And then other times I would lie and say I'm at work or doing something, so I wouldn't have to go. But this particular night, I had the feeling to feel some throat. So, I mean, he was the only one texting back or whatever. So I go to his house. Now, mind you, he told me that he was going to pay for my cab to his house and for my cab back home. Right. Right. That's what he said. And I'm only saying this because this is going to come back up later on in the story. Okay. So I took an Uber there. And when I got there, he was like standing outside of his door, like peeping to see who was coming or whatever. So I get out the Uber or whatever, and I go. He like come in. I'm like, okay. We go in. We go upstairs to his apartment or whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, so where's the taxi money? Right? He ain't offer, and I mean, I didn't need it. I don't need it. I got money. I works. So it wasn't like a really big deal for me because it's like, I mean, we both want to hook up, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, you say you was gonna do this. I'm not gonna be like that. No, it's just money. It's gonna come back. Trust me. So we get upstairs to his apartment, and as soon as we get upstairs, he pushed me against the wall, and he pulled down my sweats and get to work. And I'm like, ooh, right. So I ain't never had that happen before. So it was kind of cute. I liked it a lot. Town, right? He go town. So now he like, oh, I kind of want to feel it, and I'm like, whoop, uh, not you want to feel it. We going to bed or whatever, and I after we had the intercourse or whatever, um, we sitting on the edge of the bed and we still talking, and then he tell me how his ex had drove him crazy, um, how you know he has to be secretive over in his neighborhood because there's people down the block from where he lived that don't like people in the LGBTQ community, and they be robbing them and beating them up, jumping them or whatever. So he's like, he got to be real careful or whatever. And he like, I can't remember if he said they tried to jump him once or they jumped him once, but whatever they did and whoever they are, he was traumatized by them. And he was telling me about it. And he was like, you got to be careful when you leave, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, I'm getting right in my Uber and going home, so I'm not really worried, right? So he tells me that. So I booked my Uber mid conversation because it's time to go. The deed is done. You did what you needed to do. You did it well. Now let me go because I got to go to work. In the next 2 hours. Okay, so I booked the Uber. He's still talking to me, talking about them people down the block. He's talking about his ex, talking about where he used to work and all this stuff. I want to have a good conversation, whatever. So I'm like, my Uber is 2 minutes away, and he's like, oh, no, 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 cancel it. Let's do one more round. And I'm like, no, I have to go to work. I gotta be there at 7. He basically didn't want me to leave or whatever, and I get in the Uber. I go home. Now, no, hold on. Let me backtrack. So he basically didn't want me to leave. So I left. I was like, I'll be back next time, right? Like that. I was like, I'll come back next time. I'll come back tonight, matter of fact. So he said, okay. So I go downstairs. Now my Uber, it didn't stop where it's supposed to, which was in front of his house. It stopped like 5 houses down. So I had to walk up the block, right? So I guess he was looking out the window, looking at me walk up the block to my Uber. So I get home, get in the shower, start to get ready for work. And once I start to get ready for work, I go to work. It's a good little day at work with us. So I come back home and I get a text from him. And he's like, are you able to talk right now? And I'm like, yeah, I'm able to talk. So he calls me. Now this is where the story takes a turn. He calls, I pick up the phone. So he's like, oh, yeah, last night was fun. I had a good time with you, but I woke up this morning and I found that my wallet's missing.
Well, shit.
So I said to myself, here we go. Here we go. Because I felt something was wrong with him. Me? Still? Never.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Like, come on now. So he's like, yeah, I woke up and I can't find my wallet. My wallet's missing. I just want to know if you have it. If you have it, just please give it back to me. Um, so I'm like, I don't have your wallet. And I was like, no, I don't have your wallet. I don't steal. And he's like, come on, man, come on. Like, if you have the wallet, just give it back. Just bring it back. And I was like, I don't have your wallet. I don't steal. Like I was like, then I was like, I know how it feel to get something taken away from you or stolen from you, so I wouldn't do that to anyone else. So he hangs up the phone, right? So I'm like, okay. He hung up the phone. I didn't think nothing of it, right? Then the next day, he texts me. He texts me again. My wallet is still missing. I looked everywhere around the house. I don't know what's going on. I just wanted to have a good time with you. I never thought that you would like steal from me. And I'm like, sir,
I said what I said.
I did not steal your wallet. Like, how many times I gotta tell you? So this is when like, so now I'm getting a little fed up because one thing about me, I don't like when people come for my character, right? I try to be a good person in and out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I was like, I did not take your wallet. I was like, I'm not hard up for money. If I was hard up for money, I would have asked you for the money from my Ubers that I paid for that you said you was gonna pay for. So then he was like, oh yeah, yeah, you didn't ask for the money, so I thought you didn't need it. And I was like, exactly, I don't need it, and like I don't need your wallet. So then he's like, oh, but it is just a little weird because when you left the house, you walked up the block. And I was like, yeah, I walked up the block because the Uber driver stopped 5 blocks, 5 houses down from your house. So he's like, yeah. And then I checked the location on the app, and it said you was still around the area for an extra hour. So he's like, did you go see somebody else?
What?
And I'm like, so then something clicked. I was like, okay, this must be what it's about. He probably think I went to go see somebody else, and now he's trying to make this thing up to try to confront me about it. And I was like, no, I didn't go see nobody else. I went home. He was like, it's all right. You can tell me if you went to go see somebody else. That just speaks on your character. And I was like, sir, I did not go speak to somebody else. Okay. I went home. So he's like, oh, uh, I'm gonna get the police involved. Can you send me your proof that you went home? So I took a screenshot of the ride history. I made sure to crop out my address because he thought he was slick. I'm not, you think you so slick, you ain't get my address. No. So I sent it to him. He was like, okay. And he was like, my neighbors have cameras. My neighbors have cameras pointing towards my house. So if anybody came in, I'll be able to see who came in. So I was like, okay, yeah, go check the cameras because it wasn't me. He was like, yeah, it don't have to be you. You could be in cahoots with those people down the block who don't like people part of the LGBTQ community. And I was like, well, sir, you said you can go to your neighbor's house and go check the cameras. Go check the cameras so you can see that it wasn't me that went to go steal your wallet. Well, I don't need to steal your wallet, right? So this is just like the recurrent argument that's going on between two of us. He accused me of stealing the wallet, saying I'm in cahoots with them other people down the block who don't like the gays. And I'm just trying to prove myself innocent, right? And I don't even know why I was giving him the time of day. So then he took up a step further and he was like, oh, when I see you in the streets, I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna take your life away. I'm tired of motherfuckers. I'm tired of motherfuckers thinking they could play with me. I'm tired of this shit. I know you in cahoots with them motherfuckers. I'm in all y'all lives.
Not a good day. Okay? Now back to that one. Shaking the table.
So I'm like, okay. I said, like I said, go check your neighbor's camera and see who went in the house because it wasn't me. I don't know what you and them people down the block got going on, but it wasn't me. Okay, I have nothing to do with that. I just came to your house to do what we did, and I went home. Point blank, period. Never got time be stealing nobody wallet. So I send the screenshots to my best friends, right? In the group chat. And then my best friend was like, he was like, I thought I told you to block it. And I was like, no, I didn't want to block because I wanted to see how far this was gonna go. So my best friend was like, Tay, please block him because he getting on my nerves and I'm about to start texting him. And I was like, no, that won't be necessary. So so then he just keeps sending me text messages. I think he really just wanted my attention, honestly. Cause then like the next day after that, after we went back and forth about me not stealing the wallet and he accusing me of being in cahoots with them people that still to this day don't know exist. So the next day he texts me, he's like, man, I messed up. And I was like, oh, let me guess, you found your wallet? And he was like, yeah, I found it. I owe you a huge apology. Let me make it up to you with a steak dinner.
You serious?
Excuse me? I said, sir, I'm so glad you found your wallet, but I will never see you again. Okay? You threatened my life on multiple occasions. You accused me of theft and you put me part of a hate group. So no, you cannot take me out on no steak dinner. Oh man, I'm just so sorry about how everything went down. I was just so fed up, and when I think about those people that live down the block, it just changes me, and I get in defense mode, and I just go crazy. And I was like, well, you will not go crazy with me anymore. Good day, right? So then he sent me this long paragraph apologizing again, and I was like, look, I forgive you. Okay? I forgive you. Just please stop texting my phone. I don't want no more communication with you. So then he sends me a couple of songs from YouTube, and then he sends me a speech from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and talking about some, this is what I believe in. And I didn't even look at the message. I just blocked him after that because I'm telling you, leave me alone. You still text me apologizing. Like I said, I told you, I didn't steal your wallet. I don't need your money. Okay? If I was that hard up, I would have asked for the money for the Ubers that you said you was gonna pay for. But anyway, that's the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Okay? Comment a green heart down below if you made it all the way to the end of this video. Okay? And if y'all want like more story times of my hookup experiences, let me know. Or even like dating app experience. I mean, I'm still gonna tell them anyway because it's good content. And with that being said, I love you guys. Bye. Peace.